Hello my boys, good morning. This is the day 1 summary for my explosive Bambalula explosive arrow ballista in Legacy of the Phrecia. It's level 87. Here we will discuss my items here, my upgrades. I will give you some reminders and warnings for new channel visitors that are starting with this build, because I've seen a couple of mistakes from numerous players, especially new Path of Exile 1 players. It's normal because you just started. So remember, once you get to mapping, you want this bow here, Quill Rain. You want this skirmish quiver. Later, when you can, you will take Wilma's Requital. Basically, we will path manually, take these life notes and take this Keystone Ancestral Bond. That will grant us one maximum number of summon totems. If you're using here Wilma's Requital, you can unspec this node. Actually, it will free up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points. Not only that, it will help you with accuracy. To cap your accuracy, will give you some elemental damage with attacks, and also some of the cast speed will get converted to attack speed. So it's great for boosting our damage. Yeah. So if you can get this, also take it, but we will no longer allocate these nodes. Remember that POB has notes section that explains these things. Yeah, it's important. Also, you have a video guide, you also have an info channel on the Discord, everything it's already up for you. Once you finish the campaign, you will put /passives and you check if you have 24 passives. A lot of guys have less than 24 because they skipped essential quests from the campaign. Yeah. Here is the order for the ascendancy, everything. Here is the Pantheon. Now I need to put some warnings here. When you transition early from the melee Sunder variant to explosive arrow ballista, it's normal that you won't do damage. I even put it here in the POB because you bought the gems at level 1. At level 1, the totems will die instantly, you deal little DPS. That's why you need to level up the gems. I stressed about this, but people don't read. Find areas to level up your gems, and then damage will ramp up. Damage is big on this, even for the campaign. But early, when you just transition to explosive arrow ballista, you need to level the gems somewhere, yeah? So you should read the notes from the POB section. That's why I worked for them. Also, you don't want the penetrating quiver. So I've seen 3 guys so far, they took penetrating quiver and they deal 0 damage. Not my fault. Look, I even put it here. You have it even in the notes section, even in the video. You don't want this quiver, you will do 0 damage. Simple as that. People don't read, it's their fault. Remember to take this mastery. It gives you 100% increased damage for free. Basically, this is what it does, because we are not scaling critical strikes, you get 100% increased damage. This mastery is also important, it will give you 40% more elemental damage, which is a huge multiplier. Remember to have here point blank. Here it's very important, especially with the Quill Rain. So Quill Rain can, in addition to 100% increased attack speed, can have projectile speed up to 100%. And with this mastery here, that projectile speed gets converted into increased damage. So now, because I have a Quill Rain, I also get 100% increased damage with bows, which is a big damage boost. Also, we have some nodes here and there that also give projectile speed that will get converted into projectile damage, which is important. Also, I explained that once you level up, as you level up here and allocate more points, you will take this one, additional arrow. When you take these two, you will want to swap lesser multiple projectiles, which is no longer needed, with the gems that you have in the guide and in the POB notes section. You have there the gem setups. So remember, you want the Quill Rain, you want the Skirmish, you want Wilma's Requital. These are cheap uniques. Yeah, I want to check the Quill Rain price for today. Quill Rain. Always, this bow is very common, it's always cheap. Look, one. No, I won't do it now because of the video. 1. And Skirmish. Put it here. It's cheap. This gives you 1 extra totem, helps you with accuracy here. Yeah. Early on is good, it gives you some intelligence, it can help you. Also for the white maps and late campaign, we're using mana regeneration, so we're benefiting from everything for the campaign and early maps, it's good. Also, these items can have great corruptions, I talked about this, let me see where I talked. You have here, best corruptions that you can find on the quiver, bow, body armor, helmet for my build here, yeah? Good. Now let's see, here it's a big one if you want to do more damage. I explained that we're scaling damage greatly via attack speed and gem levels. You can get an amulet with 2 level of all fire skill gems, yeah? And you also anoint it with Divine Judgment that will give you 50% increased elemental damage. You put this anoint Sepia till black. 50% increased elemental damage is quite big, and this anoint is cheap. Sepia till black are cheap oils. Now how to buy this amulet I will show you. We go here on the trade website, we refresh it. By clicking on the logo you refresh it. You will put here amulet and you put fire skill gems. This one. and you click search. Should be cheap because not a lot of players play with this one. Yeah, maybe if you have more than one chaos, you will want to get it with life. To maximum life, you start with a low roll first, so you don't overpay. Let's say 40. You look what's on the website, and maybe you get with another additional resistance that will help you. Speaking of resistances, once you finish the campaign, I explained that you want to have here fire, cold, and lightning 75%. You start worrying about chaos resistance later in red maps. Don't worry early, it's fine. But this free should always be 75%. What you can do here, it's a trick that will help a lot of players that just came to Path of Exile. Let's say you're looking for a ring here. You put a ring, yes, put it rare, and you will put like this total resistances. So you want as much resistances as possible, and you start with 100. And now this will take into account everything here, maybe 100, and you want also some life. So you put maximum life here. Let's put start with something smaller, like 70. And you look here. And now you have great rings with a lot of resistances and life. This is how you will do it. Yeah? It's easier to find stuff with a lot of resistances to cap it fast. Now you will want to transition into a 6 link eventually. The good news is that they will start dropping. They start dropping. So this I paid 20 chaos for this. I love it. The base is not ideal because it has energy shield. You want with armor or armor with evasion, but it had life and I paid 20 chaos for a 6 link, so it was cheap, temporary. You know? I'll show you how to search it. You go on the trade website, you click on the logo to refresh it, you put here body armor. Here you have the links. Put minimum 6. We will worry about the colors also, but the essential. You put 6 and you want 4 red, 1 green, 1 blue, and we search it like this. You see? This is how you do it. In this game, you will see that it's very easy to get Chaos Orb. Just focus on your maps, and as you play, you will drop things that you can sell. You should have a price checker in case you're new to the game. Use a price checker at all times so you can see the value of your items, especially for the uniques. You will get Sanctum Tomes and stuff like that, so you need to price check them. It's because of the links. 1 second, I had links selected. Price checker is mandatory for this game. I'm using Awaken POE trade. Now, I also need to stress for you need also these jewels, especially this one, Enduring Composure, will generate endurance charges while being hit. You search it like this. Click on the logo to refresh it. You put here Enduring Composure, and you search it. Yeah, you get with this note that once you get hit, you generate endurance charges. This is very important. Also, you want a cluster jewel with sleepless sentries here. You get Onslaught for free just by summoning your totems. Onslaught will give you a lot of attack speed, which we need. Also, you move faster. How to search one? I will show for new players. You right here and you put sleepless sentries. Good, and you make sure that it's rare so we don't get megalomaniac jewels. Like this, and you have sleepless sentries. You buy it and you put it. Ideally, you want with power passives. This will save you some skill points. Remember that I did some changes to the POB because people were copying my exact modifiers. So I put generic rare belt, generic rare ring, generic rare ring. So people understand that these items can be changed. This is flexibility for the slots. Yeah. And I also took here a light, divine life flask. We need it with this modifier, immunity to corrupted blood when you used it. Yeah. Especially for yellow maps, red maps. You will take a divine life flask with immunity to corrupted blood. You can roll it yourself with Orb of Alteration quite fast. Here for the gems, we did a change here. We will use cruelty instead of less duration. 2 days before the guide, someone convinced me that less duration is better than the cruelty. I was always using cruelty, and he was wrong. For some reason, it made sense in my head, but no. Less duration is bad. Even though it gives us more damage, it's bad. Cruelty is superior. We're not getting the cruelty stacks, but it gives us more damage with hits, which is what we need. But we cannot use elemental focus gems simply because we need to afflict ailments to benefit from 100% increased damage with hits. That's why you need to put cruelty here. And later, when you want to max the builds, you use empower level 4, which is the best in slot for my setup. Remember, you have everything in the POB, the setups. Here for the Frenzy setup, we use Frenzy, cast on critical strike, life type, flammability, so we curse the enemy, and summon Ice Golem first, and then you will put Blood Rage for the last slot, when you have a 6 link. Why summon Ice Golem? This will help you with accuracy and will give you some critical strike chance when you have him up. That will help you with the cast on critical strike setup for Frenzy, so we cast it easier. So I remind you that in the POB notes and in the Guild Discord server you have everything that you want in an info channel. Yeah, also in the notes section, and I wrote here with text, since all your gems will be level 1 at this point, you need to level them up. A lot of people, you know, they just buy the gems from Siosa and they notice that they deal 0 damage. I explained that you need to have patience to level them up. It's very important, and take all the Ballista Totem notes before engaging Malachi, because it's a hard boss for new players. So you want to allocate these notes here and these notes here, then you can engage with him. And you will see it's quite easy, it's a campaign destroyer, but once you swap into Explosive Arrow Ballista, it's normal to deal low damage. You want these gems leveled up. For the mapping, I explained you want Fire Cold and Lightning resistance must be kept. A lot of players don't have it kept. And hit chance via accuracy, so you should watch here your hit chance, yeah? You can get accuracy on items, even Wilma's Requital here gives you a lot of accuracy. Good. So that's about it, let's do a map showcase. Now, for day 1 summary. Go to maps, highest tier. Okay, we do this one. Let's try this one, and maybe we get something that I didn't complete it anywhere. You can hold Alt and we'll say if you did bonus objective. Okay, Palace. This I have not done it yet. And I will choose it. Good, let's do this one. We put it here and we hit it. I'm still experimenting with idols. This is day 1, so it's a lot more to explore. But I'm loving the idol system. You know, I'm really enjoying it. I went with Blight and Ritual for the moment, but I'm still experimenting. Let's take the Mirror of the Leon. What the f...
You are greater than a god.
Ah, it's because of poison, yeah. So when the monsters attack me, I get poisoned and I don't have chaos resistance that way. Let's start it. Here for Ritual you always want to move, because there are some small balls that will detonate under you. So always move. Always move. Let's close this because it's distracting me. Let's level this. So the cast, the frenzy cast on crit works. You just need to attack more with persistence. It will curse the enemy with flammability and will also resummon the totem. The golem. See, I got the golem. It works. Usually you use the frenzy cast on crit on hard bosses, you know, like a mob boss or a rogue exile, stuff like that. It will generate you frenzy charges, summon the golem, and curse the enemy with flammability, 3 things. So you use it on hard enemies. Good. Again, when we're gonna max this even more, we're gonna focus more on gen levels, especially in power level 4. We will get corruption for the body armor to bump up the gems further. There are some changes that we will do. Also Light of Meaning with fire damage, but I will keep you up to date in this daily summaries how to max it. Because the majority now are still in the campaign or white maps. This is late yellow maps. I'm entering red map territory soon. Reason I was slow is because I try to help people. I always alt-tabbing and helping people, you know. Especially new players have a lot of questions and yeah.
I cannot do this yet.
So yesterday around 4 hours I just stopped to reply to people and help them. That's why I'm slow. Yeah. Get an amulet with the Anoint, so you get 50% elemental damage with gem levels. And speaking of gem levels, I need to show you try to get quality on explosive arrow first, so you put more fuses on the enemies for bigger explosions, and ideally you want later to buy a level 21-20 explosive arrow, simply because we scale damage greatly with gem levels. The build shreds? Nope. No problem here. Make sure to open the POE and watch the full setup, do it right. Yeah. I love Blight, it's like a tower defense game, plus the oils are expensive at the moment because it's Lickstar. Lickstar scenario. But watch a guide, if you want to do Blight, you need to watch some Blight guides. I also have them on my channel. Because a new player doesn't know a lot of things about Blight. If you do the right tower setups and you know your build, you can do any Blight, even any blighted map. Yeah. This Ascendancy is very tanky, by the way. Very, very tanky. Look, black oil here. That you can use for the anoint. Good. Let's find the last ritual altar and check the rewards. Oh, we have ultimatum. For ultimatum, always avoid the standing stone circles. Again, you need to watch some guides if you're new to the game, so you know what to avoid, what is bad, what is good. Oh, we have a beyond boss. This shit has a lot of life. But I'm still killing him, even with a lot of life. And he will drop tainted currency. Let's see what we get. Shit. Bam, 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 bam. For the flask, try to use this combination. Jade flask, granite flask, quicksilver flask, and sulfur flask. And put when charges reach full, so they get automated, so you don't have to place them. They will get automated for you. Now let's see the reward. Perfect frozen cannibal, we check it. To chaos, no. This is still for no. You see why it's important to have a price checker? You see it. For example, this is to chaos, you know. Let's refresh. Oh, wait, you look scarab, you see the price, 1 chaos. Utility 40. Oh, I made money. We're gonna invite him. Yeah. I will also do some currency guides for the new Path of Exile 1 players. If you go on my channel, you have a playlist about the Lickstart currency. You can also watch that, by the way. Okay, my boys, we're gonna sell this crap. It's very easy to make currency in Path of Exile 1. Like, really, really easy. It's not like in Path of Exile 2. You will even find items from time to time that have good value. I'm talking about multiple diviners. Out of nowhere, you drop an item. That's why you want to have the price checker. It's important. Okay, let's continue.
I cannot do this yet.
I'm loving the build. If you're following my notes section, you won't have problems. Usually people that have problems, they don't watch the guide, they don't read the notes section, they don't ask for help in the... You know, they just get mad out of nowhere.
Avoid the miasma.
So for ultimatums and rituals, you want to move in circles like this. Keep in mind that ultimatums are deadly. So you want your build fully done, then you will do ultimatums. So a lot of people will die in ultimatums, is normal. Also, you need to know the modifiers when you take them, what modifiers to take and what not.
Miasma spreads.
Also, I'm moving here because I have negative chaos resistance and that cloud does chaos damage. There is a green cloud that follows me. See? There's a green cloud that follows me around. The best thing that you can get for ultimatums is survival. You just run in circles and you don't have any problem. The worst one is stand in the stone circles. That one should be skipped. So there are multiple mini puzzles that you can get for the ultimatum. This is not ideal, but it's manageable. I can do it. You can take this one because we are not using mana. We have lifetime.
Lurks within you.
We don't have any downside for it. Let's curse him. You resummon the totems at all time. Keep in mind the totems absorb damage because of the ascendancy. Okay. I will stop here, take the rewards.
Expected choice.
And let's do the map boss. Yeah. Okay, this is from the campaign. Some maps have bosses from the campaign.
Die! The light of divinity!
You see, damage is great. Well, the reason why they contact me for this gem is because it has quality. You see, quality 70%. Gem cutter prisms are expensive on league starts. I dropped it like that. Bam! Damage is great. Yeah? Remember the Quill Rain, Skirmish, Wilma's Requital, +1 gems fired here and the 6 link here. This will carry you on easy mode to tier 16 maps. We will push it up further, you will see it in these daily summaries. Remember about the info channel from Guild Discord, remember that we have notes section inside the POB and all that good stuff. Enjoy the rest of the day and tomorrow we have day 2 summary. Good luck.